Hey there again, everybody. What's up? Kevin here again from the My Song of the Day Rock 2000 to Today YouTube channel. And today we're going to be previewing the second half of the year in 2019 with what's coming up. So, I'm excited. Alrighty, so with the second half of 2019 here, let's take a look at what we're going to be doing for our preview video. First, we're going to take a look at the first half of 2019 and a little bit of a detail talking about what kind of music came out, what albums came out, what news came out that really excited us or really disappointed us, to kind of give you guys a feel of where we kind of stand at the midway point through the year. Then we're going to take a look at the new releases, both confirmed and unconfirmed, for the second half of 2019 and how they might affect music as we go along throughout the rest of the year. Then we'll take a look at some things such as our predictions for 2019 due to the fact that the end of the 2010 decades is coming to a close. So what big news might happen and how might that affect the overall scope of the decade for rock music and metal music and how that all kind of intertwines. I will also talk about the Chord Progression Podcast and kind of go into potential guests that we might have or are going to be trying to get for the second half of the year. So let's get on into the first half of 2019 just a little bit, shall we? Alrighty, so now let's get into the second half preview of 2019, talking about new music that we're expecting to see. And let's see where I'm getting kind of excited for, especially with new music. Now, at the shooting of this video, we do have some albums that are announced to be released and have their anticipated release dates. We have some that are just speculation at this point, and if this video uploads and you're like, well, by the time you uploaded this one, maybe a band like Alter Bridge announced that they were coming out with their new album in 2019, then again, I'm sorry, but again, I kind of shoot these videos a couple weeks in advance sometimes just because of my rigorous schedule. So take a look at the new albums in 2019 that we're excited for. The ones that I know already we're going to be doing album reviews right now on, I'll talk about first. Let's look at Sum 41 with their July 19th release. I'm interested to see what these pop punk guys can come out with, especially years after the pop punk scene has kind of dried up at this point, for a video that we have done already. Skillet and Volbeat coming out with albums on August 2nd. Now, I've listened to the new Skillet tracks, the new Volbeat tracks so far, and I'm much bigger on the Skillet album right now than I am the Volbeat album. The Skillet album does sound kind of harder in a sense. It looks like they're going more a harder tone, kind of like a Fight the Fury influence. Again, that's John Cooper and Seth Morrison's side project, and I'm kind of excited for that. Volbeat kind of sounds like they toned it down a little bit, but again, excited to listen to that as well. And then, of course, Slipknot's We Are Not Your Kind coming out on August 9th. Looking forward to that as well, due to the fact that this might be the second biggest announced release this second half of 2019, because August 30th, the announced release of Tool's new album should be out there, and again, we'll see if that actually comes out or not, but that might be the biggest release call of the year. Otherwise, we have The Agonists coming out their album on September 20th. Now, I won't be doing an album review for that, but I'll be doing a podcast with our buddy Anthony for that. And Hell Yeah coming out with one on September 27th. Those are the ones that, as the shooting of this video, not the release, when I shot this, have been confirmed. So, looking forward to those, but let's take a look at the speculation ones right now, shall we? Alrighty, so for the albums that we're looking at, for the bands that, you know, have speculated that they're coming out with the albums in 2019, let's take a look, see what we think if they're going to come out with one. Alter Bridge we're going to start out with, because we're going to do this in alphabetical order, and I'm pretty sure at this point right now, because I've seen a lot of things online even before this, I'm pretty sure Alter Bridge will come out with one in 2019, that they're making a lot of announcements for it, so we'll see what happens there. Avenged Sevenfold, again, I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, so we're not necessarily sure if they're coming out with one or for 2020. Chevelle hasn't come out with an album since 2016, but they did come out with their B-side and rarities track in 2018, so they might wait till 2020, but I'm hoping for a new Chevelle. Deftones would be cool for 2019, but again, not expecting too much. Evanescence, I believe they've announced more like a 2020 release date, so hoping for that. In this moment, have announced a tentative August release date, August 2019, for their album. I believe it's called Mother. So again, we'll see what happens there. If they come out with one, that'll be one hell of a month for us to do album reviews. Killswitch Engage, they haven't come out with one in 2016, so let's see what happens there. I'm kind of hoping they do, because it would fit in. Of Mice and Men, I believe, even though they came out with one in 2018, I think they're still coming out with one now. If not, they'll be early 2020. That's my thought. Pierce the Veil, I've been working on one for a while, and I've got no idea what's going on with it, but I hope it comes out, but looking more like 2020. Red Hot Chili Peppers, again, quite a while for release, but I don't expect anything. Saint Asonia is probably the one that I've been waiting for the most because they haven't done anything since 2015. They've been working on Saint Asonia 2 since beginning of 2017, I think February 2017, and we're still waiting for Adam Gontier and the guys to come out with something. That one I'm really hoping for, but we'll see what happens. Sleeping with Sirens, I know they've completed their album at this point. They've probably already released the album artwork and the release date by the time, the video releases, so good for you guys. If not, well, when's it coming? And then Steel Panther, I just have to throw Steel Panther in there because they always put a smile on my face. Hope they come out with one, but then again, we'll see what happens. So we've got a lot of anticipated bands to come out with albums in 2019. If not, then they'll carry over to 2020 where we can expect other bands to come out with stuff like Hollywood Undead and potentially even Rise Against. So I'm excited for that, but we'll see what happens. We still got 2019 to go, and it looks like a big and nice list to work with, especially for the second half of the year. And could there be some contenders for Album of the Year? Of course there's going to be contenders for Album of the Year, best and worst, along with most surprising and most disappointing. So we'll see what happens. Can't wait. Now let's get into the next part. Ha! Alrighty, so now I'm going to give you a little tidbit of the anticipated concerts and actually concert tickets I've bought so far that I'm definitely going to for the second half of 2019. Now, the reason behind this is because I very well might do something on a Patreon page for a festival project, or I might just put it on YouTube. I don't know what's going on. So the ones I have confirmed for myself right now, I'm seeing Skillet again at the beginning of July, which is going to be awesome. I'll lead that into the podcast a little bit afterwards. I'm going to be seeing Evanescence and Of Mice and Men, which is going to be awesome, especially because we just talked about them, potentially new releases. Rockfest and Rock USA here in Wisconsin. I don't know which one I'm going to be going to at this point, but that'd be one for like the big festival project. Another big one for the festival project will be Riot Fest in Chicago in September, which I'm still not sure if I'm going to go to, but I really hope to. Just again, money, money, money. So, yeah. Actually, I'm going to go. Screw it. We're going because I really want to see Rise Against again. Haha! And then the other big one I'm going to is Mars Island, the 30 Seconds to Mars couple day, concert music festival thing they're having in Croatia. So be going to that. That's going to be awesome. But I'm going to lead into the Chord Progression Podcast off of this. So what kind of guests can you expect, again, on the Chord Progression Podcast for the second half of 2019? You can expect more small bands as well. I know so far we've already done Ascending from Ashes and Kingdom Collapse on the podcast, and they've been phenomenal. I think we've done some more up to this point. Again, the names are always just going to, for the really small ones, they're going to end up, kind of just, missing me, I guess. But I can't wait to talk to them more. I can't wait to talk to more fans, especially as time goes on, and see what other fans want to talk about, especially when it comes to new album releases. And then when it comes to the bigger guests I'm trying to get. The first one I'm trying to get is Skillet, either John Cooper or Jen Ledger, or even Corey Cooper or Seth Morrison. I don't mind which one, due to the fact that they will be in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on July 6th. Again, I'm going to see if I can get them for a quick call, due to the fact that they've also got Victorious coming out in, what day is it? August 2nd. Yeah, August 2nd. So hopefully we can get them on the podcast. Hopefully I can get you gusee some great content for that. Otherwise, I'm going to keep trying to talk to certain people. John Moyer of Disturbed, even David Draymond. See if I can get Tim McElrath on there. See if I can get Jared Leto. Shoot for Dave Grohl. I'm always going to try for Gary Vaynerchuk as well, even though he's not music, he's more business, and I think that might be a great one to go off on this one because he still has a lot of musical tendencies to him. So you guys can expect big things from the Chord Progression Podcast for the second half of 2019. Now, how about some predictions for you guys? Want some predictions? You got them. So now let's go into Kevin's second half 2019 predictions. I'm going to give you 3, some that might affect how the 2010s are seen and some that might affect how the 2020s are seen. So let's see what's going to happen here in 2019. I've got 3 predictions for you. The first is Woodstock 50. What's going to happen there? And I think rock music is going to end up becoming popular once again to an extent due to the fact that there's a lot of pop artists there. And there's a lot of mixture in between there, but I think there's some rock bands in there that are really going to take it by storm. 2 of them in specific, I think Greta Van Fleet is going to bring more people back to the genre, but I really think with today's political climate and how everything is going, I think the Fever 333 have a huge chance to really bring people into the genre and make it more popular due to the fact that of their highly political nature, especially with the 2020 presidential election coming up the following year. So I think it's a perfect time for them to really jump in on this. Another prediction I have is the new Tool album. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? That's not my prediction. My prediction is it's going to be delayed, but not too much. I don't think it's going to come out on August 30th. I do think, however, it's going to come out on October, November 2019. Just because it's Tool, they always end up pushing this stuff back. They're always doing something like this. So it can get kind of wacky, but I think we're going to get an album in 2019. I just don't think that release date is going to hold. My third prediction, and now this one's going to be a very interesting one. After talking with Kingdom Collapse and really getting into stuff with them, my big prediction is they'll be coming to a city near you by the end of the year. I think these guys have a lot of what it takes. I've listened to their music. They've really got a great sound to them. And they're already kind of traveling around the southeastern part of the United States and jumping into Indiana as well. They're from Texas, just so you know. And I think they're going to end up really catching fire on something over the summer, and they're going to end up being on a tour that's might end up touring the whole entire nation. And if they come to a city near you, you got to go check them out. So Kingdom Collapse is going to be the way to go for that. So those are my three predictions for 2019 second half of the year. Again, they're going to end up, I think the Tool one's going to end up taking a look at how the 2010s are seen. The Woodstock 50 one's going to be kind of that completion of the 2010 legacy and jumping into the 2020. And the Kingdom Collapse one is going to be something you to expect for in the 2020s. So, yeah. Alright, that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching the My Song Today Rock 2000 to today Kevin's 2019 second half preview and predictions video. If you like the preview and you like the predictions, hey, give me that thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me that thumbs down. But if you're going to give me that thumbs down, please put in the comments why you're giving me that thumbs down, because I want to check them out. Trust me, I do. And let's start talking. Let's get a dialogue going. Alrighty, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, what are you doing? You want to hit that subscribe button. Wait. Not that one. There should be one right there that you want to hit. Yeah. And also hit that bell icon too, because you'll be notified when we release videos every single Wednesday, and we have the multiple album releases. That'll be a Monday, Wednesday thing. So, yeah. That's awesome. Also, if you're not following us on social media, what actually are you doing? You should be following us on social media. So follow us on Facebook, where we run a lot of traffic through. We run a lot of, the stuff through, so you get notified of the new song of the day, the podcast, the YouTube videos, get notified of it all. Follow us on Twitter as well, because that's where we're really going to talk to you guys about music, try and connect to you guys and figure out what you think about music news and new music as well. Also, hit us up on Instagram as well and follow us there. Now on Instagram, we'll talk to you guys as well, and we'll get in a conversation with you guys, but we'll also do a couple other things too, like ask you guys questions straight up through posts. We'll do our IGTV videos where it's more of a behind the scenes thing of what we're actually doing, like a behind the scenes vlog. And also our Instagram live streams every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Central Time, where you ask questions, we answer, we just get in an hour-long conversation. It's always a good time, and I always like it. Links for all those in the description below. Also, I've already talked about the Chord Progression Podcast. You guys are, if you watch the whole entire video so far, you know what it is. That's where we talk about, kind of the weekend music, or we'll talk and interview people about, what do you think of this new album, or we'll interview the small bands, and hopefully sooner the big bands too. Don't forget, we'll still interview the fans and the small bands as well, no matter what we do. So, if you want to listen to that, join us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and here on YouTube if you want to. So, you got the links in the description below for every single one of those. Also, there's a form down there. The Chord Progression Podcast website. You click on there, you can submit a form. I'll get an email saying you want to be on the podcast, and we can try and set something up. It'll be fun. It's awesome. If you want to join, please do that. And lastly, if you have an Amazon Alexa and you are not subscribed to our My Song Today Rock 2000 to today Alexa skill, my God, what are you doing? Because that's where you can listen to all these tracks. So all the small band Saturday tracks, that's where you can listen to them. All the other tracks, that's where you can listen to them. So all you have to do is say, hey Alexa, stop. Well, don't say that, because I just want her to not, say anything. But you say, play my song of the day. And then she'll say, playing your song of the day, and you'll play the whole entire thing. And then after that, it'll stop. And then once it's over, you want to listen again, just say it again. And she'll play it for you again. It's a great way to discover new bands, like the small bands, or bands you might not have known of, and maybe rediscover bands you never knew about, or, knew about but forgot. and just listen to some great music. It's a great way to get your day going, great way to help you out through the middle of the day blues, great way to end the night, whatever it is. It's a great way to get you into the rock mood no matter when. So enable that skill, click the link in the description below. Last but not least, even though I said last but not least, thank you guys for subscribing, watching the video, being a part of this community, the best rock community on the internet. I am happy that you're here. I love you guys, and I always want to hear your honest opinion on everything. So, can't wait for that. Thanks for staying with me, and that's it for me. This is Kevin from the My Song Today Rock 2000 Day YouTube channel. You guys know how I end all my videos. It's no surprise here. Hat flip. Oh, I missed it and didn't catch it, but see ya!